And we are live. Welcome to a live market analysis. I'm the Barbarian Trader, and today we'll talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano as well. Stay tuned. Welcome back. And first, let's have a look at Bitcoin and Ethereum current price action. First, if we look at, let's have a look at Ethereum. Ethereum, it's inside of a big rising wedge. Okay, this is 4-hour chart. So we have the top here, bottom here, bottom here. So right now the price, okay, yeah, sorry. All right, so I will go again. Ethereum 4-hour, it's inside. Okay, this is 4-hour chart. We're inside of a big rising wedge. All right, so Bitcoin as well is not in a very good position. All right, as Bitcoin on 4-hour, you can see it's inside of a bearish flag. All right, so let's take it step by step. Let's talk about Bitcoin. On my last video, I said, hey, look guys, we are inside of a big bearish flag. Okay, and if the price will hold this area 22,800, we might have a bounce, okay, and a possible continuation of a parabolic move. So I will switch the chart, but before I switch the chart, let me show you what first targets to look for now, because as you can see, 4-hour will close in about 1 hour, and we might end up with a shooting star with a red candle. So let me do like this. First, we must keep an eye on 22,164 area, okay, as support, and below the last support for the bulls, okay, I think it will be 21,700 area. Okay, let's say in the worst case scenario, price should not go deep below 21,700, 21,600. Okay, and for a bullish continuation up, okay, in case the price will go in this area, the buyers should go strong and push the price up pretty fast. Okay, let me change the chart and I will show you, in case that you haven't saw my previous video. So here we are now, right? So depends of the perspective, okay, depends of the point of view you are looking from. Here, okay, sorry, let me switch this. On this chart you can see a big bearish flag, okay, with the tops here in this area here, and possible top on 26,000 area, and the bottoms, as you can see here, here, and possible bottom on 21,750, 21,700, 22,200. Okay, so as long as this area, in case of a dump, as long as this area is holding a support, okay, and we have a fast buyback, okay, and reclaim 34 moving average, all right, keep this in mind, the bulls still have a chance to move up on the upper part, okay, of this bearish flag, or at least to this blue diagonal resistance. All right, so let me clean this chart first, because we'll come back on this chart and we'll talk a little more. Let me switch the chart. So as you can see on this chart, as I said, it's all up to the perspective you look from. Okay, so why I said in my video that in the next day or two, okay, Bitcoin will do a very strong move. All right, and let me show you why. From this perspective, we have a rising wedge. So we're looking at 8-hour chart. All right, so let me do like this. All right, so we have the top here, we have another top here, we have a bottom here, and then another bottom here. And if you watch Like 2 videos before, I told you guys, this will be a good area to buy. And guess what? It pumped very nice. So you will be in a very nice profit. All right. Right now, what we can see on 8-hour chart, this is 200 moving average. First, they break this, okay? They test this as support, try to hold this as support, and now they lose it and flipped in resistance, okay? So we can still, okay, if we ignore this, so we'll talk the bullish side, also the bearish side, because always we must keep our head open, our mind open for both directions, okay? All right, so for the bears, 8-hour has got multiple rejections by 200 moving average, and right now it doesn't look very good, all right, but it's still above 34 moving average, all right. As long as it's above 34 moving average and it's not flipping this in resistance, bulls, they still have a chance, all right. So for bearish side, rising wedge, okay, with a possible target, okay, and I'll give you also targets, up and lower targets, upper targets and lower targets for a possible move. But right now the price is testing 34 moving average as support on 8 hours. Now, like I talked in my previous video, as you can see, this blue, okay, arc of circle sorry, could be our next parabolic move up, all right, probably in this area, 28, 29, it depends, okay, 28,000, 29,000. But what needs to happen, okay, for this move to come to fruition, all right? First of all, I would like to see that this arc of circle, okay, is not broken, or even if it's broken, I want to see the buyers coming in strongly, okay? I want to see high volume, okay, coming in the market, and I would like to see at least 4 hour start to close above 23,750 at least. Why? As you can see in the past, this diagonal, dotted red diagonal, okay, resistance right now, it was pretty disputed. Check this out. Top here, pretty disputed here as support and resistance. Same here, same story here. So if it will come back, I would like to see that they are flipping this in support, all right? And it will be great if they can make higher highs, all right? So even then, we are not out of the woods because it's the top of the rising wedge. So we are still inside the same story, okay? In the same dynamic. Doesn't matter, could be just a bull trap. Okay, right now what we should look at. In case this one is broken, this arc of circle, okay, this blue one is broken, okay, and as you can see, we have this horizontal green support of 22,200, okay. If this is flipped in resistance, okay, the chances for this rising wedge to play out, they are increasing, okay. Also, the last chance for the bulls, okay, in case that we have a dump from here, will be probably in this area. As you can see, let me increase the size so you guys can see it better. There you go. So as you can see again, all right, let me clean the chart a little. So as you can see, this horizontal blue support, I will show you in a second. All right, there you go. So as you can see, this one was pretty disputed again in the past, all right? So we have this top here, they try to break it again, break and hold the support again, lost a support, break again. So probably the price might come in this area, this black diagonal support, in confluence with this horizontal blue support, all right? If those two, they are lost, keep in mind, guys, if those two they are lost, I will give you right now the target for from a bearish perspective. All right, if those two they are lost, we might have a target of possible, it depends when it will touch, okay, possible in this area, in the previous lows. All right, maybe 19,400, 19,000, somewhere here. And as you can see, we have diagonal support in this area. Okay, if I remove this one, or I will just move it like that. Okay, let's see that we might have some choppiness. We'll see. Look, keep in mind, if we'll start to have choppiness here, okay, it's still all right as long as we don't flip those two in resistance. Okay, as long as we don't come under, flip this bottom of rising wedge in resistance, because I will explain you fast. Okay, rising wedge, once they lose the support from the bottom of the rising wedge and test this as resistance, the chance is increased for this one to play out and possible to come on this diagonal support. Okay, this green dotted diagonal support, as you can see, again was disputed in the past. So top here, tops and bottoms hold the support, okay, that I gave you last time. Hey guys, here it will be a good place to jump in on spot again. All right, so they might come and test this one. If this rising wedge will play out, they might come and test this one as support. All right, now, okay, so this is the bearish side. All right, so keep an eye on this area, 21,700, and let me unlock this. Maybe here 22,400, 22,200. Personally, I would like to see this area is holding a support, okay, and then it will show us, and we have a strong bounce from here, because this it will show us, hey, look, here it was the base, tested again. If they test this again and fly above this, guys, for the bulls, okay, this could be very exciting, as they will move above, okay, the resistance zone, and from here the next move up could be very faster, because check here, in the past we have very little resistance. Okay, so up to, let's see, up to this area, to 28,500, the only resistance we'll have, I will give you also targets up where we can take profits in case that you will jump here on spot. Okay, I don't recommend you to use leverage in this area, because this one can dump in 19,000, 20,000. All right, so it's still not a clear point. Okay, personally, considering that 4 hour it's giving us a rejection and we have this rising wedge, there is a bigger chance to see this playing on the downside, but we have a very beautiful and very good base for a parabolic move. This is how parabolic moves they are starting, with a lot of indecision, with a lot of hunting for stop losses. As you can see, it was a lot of choppiness in this area. Okay, but if you knew how to trade it, you would make some very nice profit. By the way, guys, we short this area, we long this area, we short it again, so we made some pretty decent profits in our VIP trading group. So if you want to join our VIP trading group, I will put the link in the description below, and you are welcome to join. We put daily charts analysis, signals for trades, and we have a fun group to be in. So especially if you are a beginner, probably it's one of the best places to be. All right, let's go back to the charts. So from a bullish perspective, we have a beautiful base still intact in this area, okay, with a possible target. Let's see targets up now. Okay, so targets down we talked about. All right, so keep an eye on this bottom. Look, if you want to to short this, okay, as I said also before, I'm not a financial advisor, it's just my opinion. I will tell you what I will do in case that, probably what I will do. If you want to see exact our trades, don't forget, join the VIP trading group, link in the description below. So, but what is possible, if you see this one tested and flipped in resistance, watch for confirmation and then you take a short. All right, good. All right, let's continue with the possible bullish perspective. All right, so as long as this area is holding a support, so let me take this one. So as long as, let me unlock it. Right now we have support at 21,726. Okay, if we'll have a fast dump from this point, 21,719 area. Okay, and then it depends if it will come here when it will touch this diagonal support, can go up to 22,000 probably, or something like that. Okay, so keep an eye on 22,200, 22,400 area support. Okay, and for a possible bounce up, if the price will come back to 23,700 and flip this in support, as I said, we are not out of the woods yet, but there is a bigger chance, okay, to have some choppiness here, okay, and then to start the real or stronger move up. All right, because now practically we're clearing out the base. Right, once the base is clear out, okay, is cleared, especially if we manage to break this resistance and flip and support, and we confirm this, there is a very big chance for the price to come. And also I will give you right now targets to look at. So let's see above resistance. Okay, if I zoom out, first of all, if I zoom out, check this out, guys. As I said also before, it's a huge falling wedge. Okay, so look, we are just at the base. If we'll have a move up, we might come and test the top of the falling wedge. All right, so probably 29,000. So as you can see, top here, disputed area with a lot of tops here. And if we'll pump, probably this area will be tested. Okay, let me zoom back in. So you got the bigger picture. All right, huge, huge, huge falling wedge. All right, so on the bigger picture, okay, let me accentuate this. On the bigger picture, even, okay, even we'll dump from here, and we can dump pretty nasty still. All right, still to 7,000 and 6,000. So never think for a second that the Bitcoin cannot go in this, for example, this green channel of support, which is I don't even want to look from 1,000 to 6,000 something. Okay, never think of that. Okay, because we can follow this diagonal support. All right, so we have cross support on 10,000. So who knows? But for the moment, let's focus on the current price. So I will zoom back in, and then you'll see that if we'll have this parabolic move come to fruition, it will make sense, okay, this parabolic move to play up to this black diagonal resistance. Okay, with right now it's at, let me move this. Okay, right now, if we do, let's say, okay, by some blind luck, okay, if it will pump from here, right now it's on 29,500, but this price will change, of course, depends when it will make contact with. Okay, so for the moment I will leave it at 29,000, which, let's, if we look in the past, you see here we have a lot of confluence. So let's see where it was disputed. There you go, something like that, probably. There you go, this. All right, and then we have another one here, very disputed. This was again pretty disputed. Okay, so because I will tell you something, if the price will come in this area, I have a feeling that a lot of traders will expect those bottoms to hold. Okay, but probably they will put some long trades here. okay, hoping this will hold. Okay, this will hold this area. Let me play with the price. There you go. They'll hope this area will hold, and maybe they'll go high leverage with tight stop loss, and the price might come to this disputed area in the 29,700, 30,500 area. All right. So, but for the moment, eyes on the ball. So, for the moment, the first resistance we have, it's 23,750. Next one, it will be this previous high, previous local high, all right, 24,685. And then, let's say, because we don't know when it will be touched, okay, maybe 24,800. From this point on, we'll go in a stronger resistance, okay, because even the price will go up, all right, as I said, we are again in the same story and can go up and then can come and play this rising wedge, all right? Scenario A, scenario B, or whatever you want. There is no specific order, okay? Just one scenario, second scenario, come here to the bottom and play this wedge, all right? Another scenario, we can come to the top of this, test this as, flip this in support, and come and test this area of resistance, okay? And right now, okay, I will give you also where we can expect resistance if we break this, okay, as resistance. So right now, if it will go up, it will be 25,500, 26,200. By the way, these charts and more charts, we are updating like daily, or in the worst case scenario, every 2 days in our trading group, sometime 2-3 times per day, okay? So join our VIP group. So this area will be a strong resistance, okay? 25,500, 26,200, or upper. It depends where it will be the touch point, all right? So probably this area, it will be a good area for a short trade. So let's say like this: if the price will follow this, break this, come in this area, okay, here it could be a good short, and maybe it will come back and test this as support again, and maybe it will continue up. We'll see. So we have 3 scenarios, okay? First scenario, come back to this, test this as support, hold, who knows, maybe can continue this parabolic move, lose this as support, this rising wedge will play out, okay? So keep an eye on those levels. Now let's talk about Ethereum. All right, so let's go on Ethereum. Again, as you can see here, I have similar targets up, okay? 25,200, 26,100, all right? So let's have a look at Ethereum. Ethereum, we'll look at the more simplified chart first. Ethereum, it's in a similar position, okay? So we are inside of a rising wedge. One more thing, we might see, keep this in mind, we might see traders jumping from Ethereum, jumping to Bitcoin. And we might see this parabolic move coming to fruition, and Ethereum play this rising wedge. Also, this is a scenario you can have in mind, because while Bitcoin was moving sideways, Ethereum was pumping, okay, was pumping like a lot, and on pretty medium, low to medium volume, all right, because of the news, okay? So, you know, buy the news, because of the rumor, all right? So buy the rumor, sell the news, all right? So it's possible big boys just pump the Ethereum, okay? A lot of traders were caught by surprise because Bitcoin didn't move, and they were sure like, okay, Ethereum will correct from here pretty fast. So as you can see, they made a pump, they made the second pump. Probably a lot of traders gone short here. They were caught by surprise. Now here they were like, okay, it will correct back, it will come and test this area, and they pump again. So they liquidate a lot of traders, okay, or at least they hit a lot of stop losses. And right now, as you can see, there is no high volume in this area. All right. So right now, a lot of traders can jump from Ethereum to Bitcoin, because Bitcoin, while Ethereum, let me show you. So while Ethereum from the bottom, let's see here. So from the bottom to the top, while Ethereum pumped 102%, all right, Bitcoin had a shy pump of, sorry, there you go. So Bitcoin pump about 40%, all right? So keep this in mind. Let's go back to Ethereum. So Ethereum, it's in this big rising wedge, and check this out. We had this diagonal resistance, okay, and it was hit perfectly and dump, okay. Now let's go on a more detailed chart, all right. So let's go like this. Also, as I said in our previous video, we are talking about in our trading group about this head and shoulder and this rising wedge and the top of 1659. Okay, and guess what? This head and shoulder play out very nice. Okay, as well, because we had this rising wedge combined with a head and shoulder, so we got the target here. And right now is building a bigger rising wedge, as you can see. Sorry, as you can see, is this one. Okay, top here and the bottom here. Okay, there you go, another big rising wedge. All right, so because practically this area feels like a distribution area. Okay, they pump again. Now traders, they get excited, they jump, you know, hoping it will go to whatever, you know. I saw again, everybody in the moment, Bitcoin or Ethereum is pumping. Okay, Ethereum it will be 10,000 this month or something like that. Guys, we are traders. Trade the charts, okay? Charts, they are not lying. News are lying. Influencers, they are lying, you know. So, but charts are not lying. And check this out. As I said, if you will be in our trading group, you will know that first one, in the moment we touch this one, 1759, we got the rejection because we touched this nice Fibonacci circle. Look how nicely give a rejection. So now, in case of a pump, where is our next resistance? Okay, it's top. We have these tops here, this top here. So now we, as you can see, it was very disputed, this diagonal, okay, this diagonal resistance. And it's in confluence with this Fibonacci circle, which give us 1, 2 rejections. If the price will come here and to get rejection, definitely the price will come. Not definitely, but there is a very high probability. Okay, nothing is sure in trading, but we have high and low probabilities. All right, so the price could come very fast to this bottom of the rising wedge, okay, which is right now. We talked about it, okay, and I will give you also the price for this bottom, okay, for the rising wedge. So if Ethereum, okay, as well on as well as Bitcoin, I will give you the prices up, lower and upper prices on Ethereum as well. So for the moment, we have 4-hour chart. We have 34 moving average. All right, we got a rejection from this area, but the candle didn't close yet. So the bulls are still in control. We have a green candle, but we have 33 minutes, and this one can close with a shooting star, like a red shooting star, and this, it will be pretty nasty, okay, for the bulls. So it will show that the bears are in control, and we have a very big chance to come and test this 1523 area. Okay, if now let's talk scenarios. All right, so scenario 1, the price will continue up, come to this confluence of resistance, dump again, okay? And first, of course, we'll test this diagonal support that for the moment hold, but we might have just a dead cat bounce and lose this as support, or this one can continue up. We'll discuss this immediately. All right, so let me clean this. So scenario one, come on this diagonal resistance, confluence of resistance, get a rejection here, come test this one as support. If we lose this as support, we'll come and test the next support in 1523, 1000, probably 1542 area, something like that. As I said, today or tomorrow we might see probably a decisive action, and we'll have more information, okay? Or this one, let me clean this. Okay, so on the bearish side, either we can dump from here because we got a rejection from 34 moving average on 4 hour. We have a rejection, lose this again as support, come here, do some choppiness along this diagonal support, and play the wedge, and probably come again on this fib circle and test the support. Okay, this one can be along this area, all right? Or come and test this as support and bounce up. So for the moment, this area it's decisive, okay? And I will show you targets. So 1706 on the upper part. Okay, so the price must flip. I would prefer to see 1710 flip again in support, actually even more than that, and I'll explain why. I would prefer to see those, okay, this disputed area here. There you go. You see a lot of, if we ignore the wicks and we have only the bodies, you can see it was pretty disputed in the past. So I would like to see the price breaking this and holding this as support, okay? But again, we will be in the same story. Top of the rising wedge in this area, okay? So let me clean my drawings. Hope you guys, you really enjoy my drawings. All right, so on the upper side, first resistance, 1700, 1000, let's say, there you go, somewhere here, 1722. Next resistance up, it will go in the strong resistance from this blue diagonal resistance, okay? It was not quite tested here, so it is possible to come to 1777 area to, it depends, 1820, 1828, and actually we have another, this one, it will be pretty decisive, okay, which is on 1857, and as you can see, we have another key fib circle on 1900 area, okay, plus minus. But first, keep an eye on this. Below, keep an eye on 1585, it will hold the support. Once it's lost as support, we'll test for sure, again, not for sure, high probability that we'll test this bottom of the rising wedge, fail to hold this as support, and if we don't have a fast bounce up and lose this one, probably the next target could be a long, okay? We can have a look at 200 moving average right now, 4 hour. It's on 1356. But we can look again on this blue channel of support, otherwise the next one, green, sorry, and the next one on this blue channel of support. And probably the price, if it will go down, we might see some choppiness. Check this out, maybe it will dump, test this as resistance, dump again, okay? So we might see some choppiness along this fib circle, who act very nice in the past as resistance, okay? So if the price will go down, probably will come to test this as support, all right? Good. Let me clean this again. Let's see. Now, let's have a look at what we can look. Before we look at Cardano, and also on Cardano I will give you prices, okay, like support and resistance areas. Let's have a look at US dollar. Okay, again, if you'll be in our trading group, you'll know that, hey, look, the dollar will come down, okay, and we talked about this, came to this resistance, very nice, got a very nice rejection from 109.3 area, and that's why it was perfect area to long the Bitcoin. Okay, so check this out. This is 4-hour chart again. Came, test this as support, this area, this pitted area, and then lose this one, came again this one to test this as support. We have a nice bounce, but we must keep an eye on 106 on this area to see, okay, probably it will act as a resistance right now. All right, so 106.2, 106.9, so 106 to 107 probably will have a pretty decent resistance right now, because it acted as support, now flipped in resistance. Okay, so if this area will act as a strong resistance, we might see this nice possible parabolic move come to fruition. Okay, so keep an eye on US dollar. On a higher time frame, okay, let's switch to, and after that we'll talk also about Cardano. On a higher time frame, if we look at first, let's have a look at S&P 500. S&P 500, okay, weekly chart came very close to 200 moving average. Okay, stopped at 200 EMA, but this is a typical move before, okay, the price come down and test 200 moving average. Okay, probably not right now. We have this 34 moving average in this area, like 4,260, okay, or we might have a rejection right from here. Okay, we'll see. We still have 3 days, so it's nothing is sure, because look, check the volume. It's horrible. The volume is horrible. So because how it works, okay, the bears, they are like, okay, we dump, let's see if there are buyers coming in. Okay, so we don't want to be caught, okay, dumping, and we see going short and buyers are coming in and we got liquidated, or our stop loss will be hit. All right, so practically they are just testing those levels, because many people will think, oh, now bulls are in control. Not necessarily. Bears can play the downside, but as well the upside, or the bull traps as well. So don't be fooled. Okay, so as you can see, the volume, it's horrible. Okay, right now the volume, it's almost 0 to none. So if I clean this, as you can see, this week, last week, it's one of the lowest volume in the last 2 years. Okay, one of the lowest volume in the last 2 years. So they are not such a strong buyers. We don't see a strong candle like this one, okay, like this strong candle, or even those ones. It's just almost 0 to none. So could be just a bull trap. All right, and why? Because here we test 200 EMA, dead cat bounce, and then come back and test this 200 moving average. All right, and guess what? Here we have pretty lousy support. Okay, the real support will start to come in this area, between those two support channels. Okay, this green one and blue one. So another thing, because everything is correlated with Dow Jones, S&P 500, you know, the crypto is correlated with the big markets. So if they are dumping Bitcoin, all the crypto will dump as well. All right. So another thing, in the past, because everybody is like, okay, we had bear markets. No, we didn't had bear markets. Bear markets, I will show you where we had, okay? Because everybody considered this a bear market. This was not a bear market. This was a correction in a trend up. Of course, it was a big correction. It was a black swan event, okay? But those are not bear markets, okay? Because let me show you something. So check the distance from the first dump to the last dump, 28 days, okay? Let's move to the next one. Okay, there you go. 84 days. Again, we had the dump here. Again, just a correction, okay? Check this out. Now, we had, so let me take this. Okay, there you go. So, 168 days. This is not a correction or, okay, from here we'll have a V recovery and stuff. This could be the beginning of a prolonged bear market, because I will show you something else. 200 moving average on weekly, okay, act as support here. Let me clean this a little. Okay, so, all right, check this out. Support, bounce, okay, support, bounce, support, bounce. Now, didn't bounce, okay, exactly from this area. They lose 200 moving average, like, let me show you, it was almost 20% dump from 200 moving average. In the past, they were barely touch it and it was a strong bounce. Now, they go below and then they do the bounce. But right now, okay, it's possible to touch this, to have a lot of choppiness in this area. Okay, in this area we might have a lot of choppiness. Okay, even it will go even upper, doesn't matter. Okay, it is very possible this area to have a lot of choppiness, a lot of bull traps, and continue the descent to 200 moving average, again a lot of choppiness, and a prolonged bear market to start. Don't forget, guys, there is still war in Europe. Okay, winter is coming, don't forget this. And the gas from Russia, and there are a lot of factors, okay, that can push the market down, all right? And again, in the past, here it was a bear market. Check this out. So we had the 200 moving average, as you can see. They pump, 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 pump. First dump, then they move above 200 moving average, okay? Fool the traders that, okay, we'll have a V recovery. They move back, okay, 200 moving average, and then they dump. So practically, we had the kiss of death, okay? So the price go below, okay, break it, but in the moment they lost the previous low, the first break, look how they dump, okay? It was horrible, and for a very long period of time. So it was for, let me show you price range, from the first dump until the recovery, 870, sorry, minus, sorry, my bad. Okay, there you go. 518 days. So more than 1 year and a half. Okay, all right. So we might expect the same to happen here. Okay, and if we look to the US dollar, okay, yes, it came to resistance. Okay, we might have, because check this out, we have this diagonal resistance. Okay, we might have some rejection, but we still have this symmetrical triangle. Okay, there you go. So this target from this symmetrical triangle, and it was confirmed, okay, is this one. Okay, so you see, we had the first break, test this as support, break the previous high, okay, again. So possible target for this one could be 115, okay. And if we'll have some correction here, okay, maybe we can have some, again, who knows, some choppiness down, and then a retest in this area. It will come pretty nice in this projected area of price estimation, okay. On the other hand, we have this parabolic move, but it's still not broken, because 21 moving average and 50 moving average, they were not even tested. So if I zoom in, probably there is a very big chance for weekly, for US dollar weekly, okay, to come and test 21 moving average, maybe even dip below to this diagonal support, have some choppiness and continue up. The parabolic move is still not broken, okay, and can continue up. So we must keep an eye on this. And combined with S&P 500, this chart doesn't look well, okay, because we have this diagonal, okay, so we have here 4-year diagonal resistance. They break this, they close above, but question is, they will be able to hold this as support, or is just a fake break above and then come back, test this as resistance and continue the move down to 200 moving average, okay? So now, as I promised, let's talk about Cardano, all right? So everybody was so excited about Cardano, and there still is, all right? So what happened with Cardano, guys? What happened with $10 Cardano, and Cardano is better than Ethereum? So those big influencers, I would like to see their answers, okay? Because a lot of people bought, a lot of beginners bought hoping that, okay, I can buy on $1. Look, it's cheap. All we could saw is like now Cardano it's on discount after this dump, okay? So it was 1.9, so almost $2. Look, it's coming back, it's coming back. It buy the dip. So yeah, look what happened, buying the dip, okay? This is not trading, guys. This is like, you can go, take your money, go on the casino. You'll have the same chances, maybe bigger on the casino than, yeah, following those advices. Buy every dip, all right? So look what happened. Pump and dump, okay? A big pump on crappy volume, on pretty, yeah, to not say bad words, yeah, on very bad volume, okay? So traders, they were trapped, okay, in long trades. Beginners, they bought in this area, okay, because buy the dip, okay? Even after the second dump, buy the dip, okay? So if you will listen to the advice of those amazing traders, quotes in quotes, on the first dip you'll be minus 46%, okay? And now you will be minus 77%. Yes, wow. So now again, I saw titles, buy now Cardano is the best. Okay, if you want to buy, all right, you can do that. But you know, there is a famous saying, you know, on the famous tree you don't go with a big basket, you know, because famous trees, once they become famous, they get empty pretty fast. And this is what happened here. Cardano became famous here, okay, with this pump, and then everybody was talking on this pump. So this probably most of the beginners, they bought, okay? And here it was the famous tree. So everybody gone. Personally, I have friends, sadly, they bought, okay, and I found out after that, okay, where they were seeing all kind of YouTube videos and friends who also, they didn't have a clue. So they bought here and now they are very sad people. So let's talk about Cardano. All right. So as you can see, Cardano, let me zoom in. All right. So Cardano came to this support. So we have a bounce, but Cardano may still dip. Okay. So this was, okay, it was there were some tops in this area, disputed area in this area, and found support for the moment. Okay, so if you want to jump in the Cardano, hoping that you'll get rich, best of luck. I don't think that Cardano will go too much higher. Okay, probably In the best case scenario, probably 0.78. Why? Because a lot of traders, they are jumping in and the market is not working like that. Market, okay, they pump coins that you don't know about it, or they pump when there are not so many traders in, all right? So they create a hype, and where you are in, probably the hype is over, all right? So Cardano weekly found support for the moment, but still under 200 moving average. I don't know if you can see it, okay? There you go. This red one is 200 moving average. So Cardano can continue to dump? Of course, it can. Can pump? Yes. Check this Ichimoku cloud. It's still a lot of selling pressure, okay? So let's see where is the next support for Cardano. The next support for Cardano is on. There you go. Here in this area. So 0.368, okay? And what we can see, so first we'll talk about bearish perspective, bearish side, and also we'll talk about bullish side, okay? So in case of a dump, we might see some pretty decent support, okay, in this area, 0.368 area, 0.369, yeah, 0.368, 0.376, yeah, somewhere here on this diagonal support, okay? And 0.38 probably. And then if it will dump, probably we'll see a lot of choppiness in between those two, okay? In the worst case scenario, you can see Cardano even coming on this disputed area, okay? So can go as low as 0.1, okay? Or 0.160. So don't believe for a second that Cardano cannot go lower. Okay, as you can see, it was just dumping and dumping and dumping on high hopes, and it's very possible to do if they want to pump it, okay, because everybody is watching Cardano now, okay, and this project didn't came with anything new for a very long time, you know, they were just words and stories, that's all. So they can just remain in this area under 200 moving average. This is here is 200 moving average for a very long time, even with dips in this 0.3 and even worse below, okay? So if you are scared, sorry guys, but better to be scared and careful than to live with high hopes, especially that we might be in the worst bear market we ever saw, okay? For a very in the past, okay? So Cardano, if it will bounce from here, let's say this one will hold the support, okay, it is very possible. Let's have a look also at daily to see what is happening here. Okay, on daily we are testing the 100 moving average, okay, but still you see we have a red Ichimoku cloud, still a lot of selling pressure. And daily, check this out. Let me clean this. On daily, we might end up with a double top, okay? So we have the top here, okay, we have another top here, and if this will come to fruition, okay, we might see price going under, all right? So, or the price will come to test this moving average again on daily, who knows, and it will give a little hope to the traders. But Cardano, to be honest, of course, I bought some Cardano, so full disclosure, I'm not saying that, okay, there is no chance for this one. Okay, on daily, 200 moving average is here at 0.78, okay? So if it will pump from here, okay, not right now, but still we can have like 40-50% profit. So as long as you manage your risk and probably you are willing to lose those money, because Cardano can go, you saw a good example on Luna, okay, and many other coins. In a nasty bear market, Cardano can go below 0.1, 0.15, 0.1. So as long as you are willing to accept this, okay, you can do some dollar cost average in case that you feel that you will miss the pump. And all right, buy here, buy on this support again. But I have a feeling if they will come back here on this support, they will lose it, because it was tested as support for so many times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, multiple times. And now, as you can see, it was just dead cat bounce, dead cat bounce. If you'll come back here and test the support, probably they will lose it, okay? And then you can put, all right, just do simple, just simple trend lines, okay? There you go. So next support, where it will be, probably on this diagonal support, okay? I just show you how you can do, because guys, if you're a beginner, learn technical analysis, okay? At least learn the basic, support and resistance, and learn how to use trend lines. Trend lines can be your friend, okay? So check this out. First support we might have in this area, like decent support, 0.4, 0.41, and then here. All right, then your next ask, probably I will not put it here. Maybe you can put on this diagonal support again in case that you hope it will hold. Okay, so here at the current price, 0.5, 0.47, again, is not a financial advice, just an opinion how probably it's a better idea than to jump all in. Okay, and then you can put some asks in this area, some asks in this area, and then hope for the best, because in this way you will pull your average, okay, on a pretty good spot. So let's say if you start from here and you put an amount of money here and lower, probably your average will be somewhere here, okay? And if Cardano will drop here and will have a bounce, you will be in a pretty decent profit of 15%, okay? If it will have a bounce here. In case that you buy here and the price is coming back here, guys, this will become a very strong resistance that now, as you can see, act as support. If it will be lost as support, will become very strong resistance. So keep this in mind. Also, let's go even lower. All right, let me clean this again. There you go. So let's have a look also on 4 hours. I didn't pay so much attention on Cardano because I'm not interested to trade altcoins right now when we could enter in the worst bear market. Cardano is having the same story as Bitcoin and Ethereum, rising wedge. There you go. So we have, okay, either we talked, okay, if we consider the full candle with the wicks, and then we have the bottoms, and there you go. There's a very possible here to be just a dead cat bounce, come test this as support, maybe we lose it, play this out down, we'll see. We'll see. As you can see, on 4 hour Ichimoku cloud is getting weaker. The buyers are getting weaker. The volume again is pretty crappy. Yes, and let's have a look at, let me zoom in here. And let's see, Cardano, the famous Cardano. You'd have Cardano? No, you don't bought Cardano. Wow, Cardano will go to $10, right, guys? All right, so, yep. So the volume has gone up 10% in the last 7 days. And yes, nothing happened on the price. So probably a lot of traders are buying here, hoping that we'll have a pump. Cardano, if Cardano will pump when nobody is expecting. Okay, now everybody is expecting for Cardano to have a pump. So, or if it will have a pump, probably, look, perma bulls, okay, and moon boys, don't hate me. I'm talking charts. If you are not agree with me, please leave a comment. If it's a nice and constructive one, I would like to see it. I'm open-minded. We can talk about it. You know, we can talk in the next video. If you have a very good idea, please leave a comment below. Also, guys, if you want to see me doing some charts for some specific coins, please leave a comment below. All right. So right now, how we can have a pump, like a strong pump? Yeah, sure. Cardano can dump in this area, okay, in this better area support again, and then if it will have a pump, okay, if let's see if, all right, so let me take, if it will have a pump back here, we'll have, there you go, 33%. So in order for the price to go up right now 33%, oh, they need a good volume. Okay, they need a good volume, and the volume is dying. Okay, so we'll see. Yes, so in conclusion, all right, Bitcoin, let's see, this is 8 hour, let's see 4 hour how it's looking. Okay, 4 hour will close in 2 minutes. Okay, all right, I will stay 2 more minutes for you guys to see how this candle will close and have a look on this one. So again, in conclusion, Bitcoin, Ethereum, rising wedge, it depends how you see it. So rising wedge, bottom of the rising wedge, 1523 right now. Also Ethereum 1 hour, a 4 hour candle will close soon. Let's see how it will close. So 1523, 1540 to keep an eye on. If this will flip in resistance, it's goodbye, and this rising wedge might play out. For Bitcoin, I hope 22,400 and 22,100 area will hold this preferably. Okay, otherwise last chance for the bulls, 21,700. Okay, let's say we have this 4 hour 200 moving average in case of a spike down, but if we'll get there, it will be nasty. Okay, so 21,700, 22,000, something like that, and looks like 4 hour will close with a shooting star. Yes, and pretty bearish. So let's see, 48 seconds, and Ethereum, okay, bulls are still, you see here it's also volume, coming some volume, but probably the big boys, they are just offloading slowly their bags, okay, on the traders who are trying to catch a big pump. So let's see, 20 seconds, okay, Bitcoin. All right, so bottom here, top, let's look at the top again in case that you haven't seen the video from the beginning. Look for the resistance, 23,700, 24,600 area, 24,800 above, from 25,600 up to 26,700, 26,800. All right, and 4 hour close. All right, so we have a shooting star. There you go. On Bitcoin and on Ethereum, okay, bulls, they are still in control, so we'll see. Okay, guys, so this is it for today. In conclusion, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano inside of rising wedge. Keep an eye on those targets. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button. Until next time, trade safe. Barbarian out.